welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bruins will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Wisconsin's offense takes the field for the first time today. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Finds his man. It's Flowers. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They're going to run it. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. The Badgers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He might want another play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Flowers. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Badgers are on the move. The give on the inside. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. What a great job they've done in Big Ten play up to this point, and you see them now feeling as if they can accomplish something big.
No doubt, Reese, and I think it's a great start to the season. Like, again, you have goals and you have midpoints to the season where you're at right now. This is where you want them to be. You want them to be in the mix in one of the best conferences in all of college football, and Jesse, they're doing that in the Big Ten.
Yeah, they've been able to handle the stage and handle the pressure. With every win, that makes the next game that much bigger, and they've shown up on big stages on national television, and they've been able to deliver. This game, though, is the biggest yet. If they keep on the pace they're at, they're going to be playing for a Big Ten championship.
Unleashes to the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I tell you what, really good job by the defense. They did not bite on it thinking it was a long pass down the field. You could tell they were ready for it. As soon as they saw the screen, they broke on it, got the running back down super quick.
Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. The Bruins will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Here's the return. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes Wisconsin offense to go back to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. You want to talk about converting a 4th down in style with a whole lot extra, David.
How about it? Clutch mode. 4th down time. You only need a little, but he pushes the ball way down the field. He believes in his guy, makes the play, gets the big 1st down. 1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen.
And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Badger! And they have the first points of the game. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
He'll bring it out. It's Cheek. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel-type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult run to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking to throw for it. Makes the catch. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Finds his tight end. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll try the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quickly complete. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Badgers are flying down the field. Leaves it with the back. Look out, he's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Badgers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here comes the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
That's an area of the field the quarterback just cannot take a sack on. 2nd down, down inside the 5-yard line. If it's not open, you just got to throw it away because now you've backed yourself up even further.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, they'll throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. As someone once said, from way downtown, outside of 60 yards.
Now look, you don't see kickers on highlight tapes too often. That 61-yard field goal is going to make every highlight reel in the country. Wow.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, don't they?
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead, put a drive together here and build on that lead.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ivory. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And tackled there by the defense. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Under fire. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
The Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on second down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down will be the last resort. And this defense is bringing the heat, another sack.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the third on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And the Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. There's the pressure. He's going to take off. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Bruins can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Looking down the middle. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up third down. Man, he will be thinking about that one.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They'll throw on third and short. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Bruins getting set on first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pressure coming. Strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Bruins decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete on the right side. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it on the sideline. Boy, he almost finished this half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. The give to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Badgers have pushed it inside the 20. To the ground. He's got it again. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Quarterback extends the play. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Quick strike through the air for the score. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cheek, and the returner will be knocked down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They'll run it from the gun. Makes a man miss. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The give to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Bruins will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
That's reeled in. It's Flowers. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The Badgers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame warm-ups how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's fouled. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Got his man in the middle. Touchdown, Badger! A great catch and run for 6. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Lofts one high and deep. Pulls it in on the right. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Give to the single back. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first down. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And that's the benefit to the run game. Keep pounding, keep pounding. Now you break one all the way down to the 2-yard.
And don't stop it. Get down, get lined up quick, and give it to this dude again to go score a TD.
They want to throw it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. This lead that they've been working with is dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Got his man. At the 35, he's open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
You've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels, not able to connect with the quarterback on him.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That's caught. It's Flowers. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Badgers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Sets up the screen. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete out of the backfield.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And they bring him down quickly, but a good game there.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
Catch in the middle. It's John. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the Bruins have their offense in high gear. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. That last complete completion sets him up on second down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Connor. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator.
He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, UCLA.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. Past the first down marker and still running. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. And the Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man on the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because the...
There he goes. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. The give from the gun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to scramble. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, and I think on that 3rd down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a 4th down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Connor. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it inside the 25. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the grab. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a three-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just know, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the fourth quarter.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They'll run it from the gun. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Badgers have it in scoring position on first and goal. Wants to go up top. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. The inside handoff. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. They'll try to pound their way in. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a front punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So they moved the ball 43 yards on that drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Quarterback off target on that one. In this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
And back to the air on second down. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to.
And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.